Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome to the brand new DLC for Total War Warhammer 2. Today we are going to be diving in with a humongous laboratory battle. We have 20,000 Empire soldiers going up against 15,000 of my Skaven, the brand new faction. We're going to be using the brand new legendary Lord Deathmaster Snikch, who's kind of like one of the feared assassins of the Skaven armies. He's kind of works in the shadows of agents, and yeah, he can get pretty goddamn crazy. You can see him throwing around his blades, and supporting him we're going to have a whole wealth of new units. I believe the Skaven themselves have around about 6 new units, including their new Regiments of Renown, and that really fills out the Skaven roster, I have to say, because we recently did just get a Skaven update, what, 2 or 3 DLCs ago with Ikit Claw. So now with this edition we're getting units like the Poison Wind Mortars, one of my favorite units on the tabletop. They're just so goddamn cool, and Creative Assembly have done a great job here. You can see them lugging these around, a nice little wheel on the back, and they're just gonna load these bad boys up and unleash hell. And obviously we've also got the Regiment of Renowned one right here with the with the death globes, even dropping them on the ground as well. I imagine they're probably pretty goddamn heavy. So yeah, this should be a very, very exciting battle. As I said, we're going up against a very large Empire army. It's not exactly very good, but there's a hell of a lot of these Empire soldiers. You've got some of the Sons of Ulrich as well from the previous DLC. I think there's a couple, special units in this battle as well. So let's just get this battle started, and we can take a look at some of the units that we are bringing to the battlefield. So we'll start off, obviously, by looking at Snikch himself. We can see him right there. He has some pretty good abilities. He has a nice little boost right there. He becomes very slippery, giving him more melee defense, obviously harder to hit. He has a pretty useful Whirl of Blade Vortex spell for 5 seconds. He gets some of these, these bombs to throw down, obviously coming out from the shadows. And then he also gets a nice little hex as well that can be used to kind of like pin down enemy heroes. And oh my god, look at that! He's challenging his ninjutsu. He's ready to drop some shadow clones down and wreck some people. That's such a cool animation right there. We also have a new sorcerer, a new law of magic. This is the law of stealth, I believe it's called. So you have a handful of new spells in the game, and we'll be using out all of these as well. That looks really cool, the Vial of Shadows as well, which will probably pause the battle as well, because Boris Todbringer is already coming in and trying to cause me some issues. So yeah, we have some new spells to be using, a few more vortexes, some good hexes, and we definitely want to use this Black Whirlwind as well. That's going to be crazy. As my front line, we've just got kind of like a basic unit of some clan rats. But again, the clan rats are quite cool in their kind of greyish outfit to go with the theme of a faction. We then have a brand new unit right here. The, what are these guys? The Warp Grinders. They've basically just got a big old bit of warp stone on a drill, and they just go and drill everyone around them. And I love these fire teams in the Skaven rosters. How they have like always someone behind them kind of, powering up their machines, making sure everything is okay. And I believe if you guys want to go ahead and see it as well, these are armor piercing. You can Vanguard deploy, so that's one of the specialties of this new faction, is you can basically Vanguard deploy basically most of the new units. Unfortunately, in the laboratory we've got so many men, obviously, close to 40,000 units. It's quite hard to Vanguard deploy when the maps are just not big enough, but these guys obviously can come out kind of the shadows and inflict a lot of damage on the flanks, and they do look very, very cool. Then we also have this unit right here. This is again kind of a pretty good poison blade unit, which will obviously apply some nasty debuffs to whatever they're fighting. They're armor piercing, they're anti-large, and they have stalk. So once again, these are very, very strong units that can stay hidden for the majority of the battlefield, and then when your opponent has deployed their forces, they can kind of come out of nowhere and do a lot of damage. Then for Regiments of Renown, we have one over here. These guys are the Death Runner Regiment of Renown. Again, poison blades. They also have concealment bombs as well, so they can actually go hidden as well and kind of run away from engagements and avoid missile fire if they're caught. So a very effective thing. Also, I imagine as well, a really effective thing is to kind of come out of the woodland, like pop your concealment bomb, and then by the time the concealment bomb runs off, which is, as you can see, a pretty large pretty large duration, you can be in the enemy's face and messing them up pretty goddamn quickly. So yeah, super effective ability on them. And then we've already looked at these guys, and I think that's it. I think that's it for the new units. You have a handful of new regiments renowned. I think you have 3 actual units on the Skaven side, a bunch of regiments renowned, a new Law of Magic, and a new legendary lord. So yeah, let's just get this battle underway, and we'll see what the Empire can do. Right now, they are bombarding my units back here with their Hellstorm rocket batteries. There you go. Look at the poison wind mortars just going in right now. Oh man, that is really cool. Does seem like the AI is going to be throwing up the Reichsguard right off the bat into my clan rats, which is not going to be super effective for me. So let's channel our inner Skaven. We can't just let the AI shoot us to pieces, right? We're Skaven, so let's start being a bit more aggressive. Let's start advancing our ranks forward. We've got some sensor bearers back here, which are obviously great anti-infantry. So we're going to be throwing them in very quickly, because the quicker they get stuck in, the better. And let's just get ourselves, let's just throw our men into battle. Dealing with, like, Boris Stopbringer is going to be a bit of an issue. Hopefully he doesn't mess me up too much. I've got my poison wind mortars firing that, but I'd obviously much rather be shooting something like back here. And just look at the devastation. Obviously, because we're on 10 times battle battle unit size, there's so many more poison wind mortars coming in, but there's so much more for them to shoot at. So obviously in the actual game there's only 12 of them in the unit, but we're on 10 times unit scale. So yeah, as you can see, the death and destruction that these things can cause is just insane, and they really rack up some serious damage as we throw them in. More of our clan rats getting stuck in. Oh my god, my storm vermin have been demolished by the Hellstorm rocket batteries. Okay, let's try something a little bit fun. Let's try and, like, is there going to be any space? I was going to say, let's try and get, like, a concealment bomb in. And what we'll do is, oh, we've got all halberds here. I was going to say, let's try and get, like, a little bit of a fun concealment bomb and try and sneak our way through. But there's no real gaps we can do that. We'll get the storm vermin up here as well into the fight. We'll have a poison wind mortars do some damage. We'll get out these guys as well. Because, yeah, it'd be so effective if we could, like, find a gap in the enemy battle line. I guess maybe someone like here wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's try and, like, concealment bomb, and let's try and escape our way through. I mean, it's so hard to do this when we have so many freaking men, but let's try. Let's see if we can concealment bomb our way through here and get onto these mortars. Obviously, you know, in an actual battle, what you could do is you could Vanguard deploy back here, pop concealment bomb, stay hidden for a long time, and just let the battle go on like so. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more reinforcements. Fighting the great swords in the center is not going to be effective. But how many kills have these mortars right here got up? Only 230 so far. Hopefully a few more kills will be had. Oh, and here we go. Boris Todbringer is in, but let's try and get our legendary Lord Snikch over here. And let's see if we can get him involved in the battle. And let's start popping some winds of magic. I'm excited to see what these winds of magic are like. So let's pop off, a black whirlwind. Sure, let's pop that, like, how close do we have to be? Range is pretty good. As you can see, the arrow, where the arrows end is where you can cast it. I'd say that's a pretty good, yeah, a pretty good size right there on that. So let's, I don't know, let's pop it down like so. We'll see how much damage it can do. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe it has to be a lot closer. Oh, is he already casting it? No, yeah, he's casting it from there. So pretty good range on this Vortex. Vortexes are normally the spell that you want to be casting to obviously clear out the enemy. So let's see what it's all about right now. We'll go back onto normal speed as well. Pretty goddamn deadly. Holy crap. So it does huge damage on the center and then continues to rack up damage. That is absolutely deadly. And it has a pretty good duration as well. That was just the lower rank of the ability. And you can see that it absolutely demolished this unit of greatswords. Speaking of that getting absolutely demolished, it does seem like the AI are putting out some serious damage with them units back there. So have our brand new units got here yet? No, it seems like, oh, bloody Boris has got stuck in here. So let's maybe use some of our special abilities. Let's try and pin down Boris so he can't move. Because these guys are anti-large, so they should do a pretty good job against him. And then we will pop our melee defense bonus as well. We have some vortexes of our own as well, but obviously this is not a good target. The Boris should be stuck down now, which should allow our units to do some really good damage. And let's get our Poison Wind Mortars out of this battle. And we'll bring up some of our Death Runners as well. Again, I really want to try and sneak them around because killing them units is obviously super important. Okay, let's go in here. Let's pop our Concealment Bomb on this unit. So they should now have Stalk, and they should be unspottable. So they shouldn't be able to be discovered. We'll go like that, and we'll just try and like run our way through. It's probably better to go like in this direction. Oh, is this unit right? God damn it. Yeah, so this is actually like really effective. Concealment, so they should be getting... I should have done this a long time ago, but obviously we're just taking a look at a lot of the units. So again, like this is probably perfect for when units, like your units are being shot at by missiles from like Hellstorm rocket batteries. This unit should be completely hidden to the AI right now after it's fired its last couple shots, which again is, you know, super effective in the battle. You can see the Reichsguard pouring in against my units. We have lots of magic as well left off. So what else do we have? So we have some, what, missiles? Some magic missiles. Sure, let's go ahead and shoot that off against Boris, wherever he is up here. Let's try and do some damage to him. We don't really have anything else. Maybe go and pop a vortex over here. So let's move up there. So we'll shoot off, what's this spell called we're about to fire off? Warp Stars. So let's see what that's all about. About to unleash hell. Come on, dude. Big money. Oh, I love the way how he's like flicking it around and it's like ninja stars. That's so cool. I am a huge weeb, so yeah, anything ninja related. Did that hit him? I'm not too sure actually. Again, I imagine he's going to be pretty strong in personal combat. Again, it seems like Boris has a hard-on for us, so we'll pop our Concealment Bomb to get out of there. We'll get a... I want to see what this... a Whirling Blade is on him. Okay, so it has to be on him. Nice, though. It pretty does a lot of damage. I'm surprised Boris can target me, though, because surely I'm unspottable. But maybe if you already have, like, the attack built up, then that's all that matters. God, that Hellstorm rocket battery still has ammunition left. Let's go and silence it. The right flank has completely crumbled, guys. It's not looking good. The enemy are pushing us hard, indeed. So I obviously just want to get myself in combat as quickly as possible. The Poisoned Wind Mortar team right here have done an amazing job, though. They've constantly been bombarding. Let's get more of these units in. These guys can keep on shooting. On this left flank, let's Concealment Bomb. Let them effect supply, and let's try and get round the flank. Yeah, with these Death Runners, let's move. And we'll get on board with them as well. Oh, I love the effect as well. Like, it's just the smoke coming from the shadows. Now, it only applies to a small area of them because there's so many, obviously, in this range. But, yeah, you can completely just use this to, like, outflank the AI. It's really effective. Some of the Empire, the Sons of Ulrich, fighting in against our brave units. And you can just see off in the distance as well, our Skaven moving around. As the Abomination takes on as many Empire soldiers as they can. So have we broken through here out of interest? No, not really. I guess because the units are so big, it's just pretty hard to find a way through. Our general, though, looks like he's doing a pretty good job here against Boris. Like, seems like he's taking him out fairly effectively. This is my front line is getting demolished. And this, yeah, this thing is not that great. Let's pop down another vortex. Why the hell not? Because that thing seems crazy good. And then what else do we have? So we have a nice little augment, Armor of Darkness, 40 armor, 60 armor, and missile resistance. That's, again, really effective. And it's going to go off any second now and just dismantle this unit of Empire Swords. Again, we'll go on normal speed and watch this unfold. Let's see how many numbers we can bring down. Killing them pretty quickly. Yeah, that's brutal. Killed a couple, like 300 or 400 of them. And obviously in the normal game as well, you're going to end up having a lot more abilities to throw down on the enemy. So let's come into the side. Let's try and hit these guys. We actually still have our Concealment Bomb for a little bit longer. Oh, wow. Look at that. That looked really cool. That was a bug from the pathfinding just because the unit sizes are so big. But that looked really cool because of the way the scale, like that looked like a bunch of rats moving around. So they should be able to see me now that my concealment bomb has run out. But these guys will be able to get, I think, much closer to the enemy ranks. See the artillery coming in. And then we should also follow. Yeah. So what would be probably the most effective thing is to pop the concealment as you go in. Like, do like a little bit before you go in, move around the flank and make sure you still have that concealment up whilst you're charging the enemy. Because then that way they can't really run away from you whatsoever. One of the units we haven't looked at is the drill team at all. I think they've mainly just been getting shot at. So let's throw the drill team in. Have my Death Runners got stuck in? Yeah, they have. Oh, friendly fire. They called the Skaven bad for friendly fire. Let's throw in the drill team now because we haven't really seen these guys. So let's see what they're capable of. Let's look at some animations. Oh, man. Look at them. Oh, so that's really cool. They, like, drill the ground and, I guess, like, infect it. Oh, some of them are getting sliced apart, though. Brutal. And you may have just heard there's a little bit of text-to-speech going on in the game. A few of the audio tracks haven't been implemented into the DLC quite yet. So because of that, yeah, you might be able to hear a few like text-to-speech type voiceovers going on. And obviously that won't be the case in the actual game when the DLC does release. They're just not in the DLC quite yet. So you may hear a few kind of like weird voices now and again in any of the videos you see. Yeah, this drill team is a cool unit. The mortars are definitely my favourite though, that is for sure. Okay, let's pop out this vortex spell. Oh, look at that! Oh my god! Yeah, so he's going to be really strong. Obviously, he's like a good, probably duelist. Let's see, does he have the duelist trait? Let's see what traits he has. So he has Scurry Away, giving him speed. He's encouraged, physical resistance. And just his abilities. Okay, so he's not specifically... like, because I know some characters do have like a duelist ability and stuff like that. But obviously being able to apply Weeping Blades is going to be very effective because it just destroys armor. Realistically, like this faction has just like straight up like told me that the dwarfs don't stand a chance. The Skaven have so many amazing armor piercing abilities now. You can just see him, like, there's just so many of the Empire. We've definitely lost this battle, but let's pop off some more spells really quickly. Oh, I really want to do this one of this Vortex as well. We do have some magic spells, so let's pop these up. I think they did debuff as well. Oh my god, look at the damage! That's a really cool ability. I really want to save up and do this one, so hopefully we'll have enough to pop this off before the battle is over. Oh my god, that just completely demolished them. It looks like the battle is coming up. Yeah, being outnumbered as the Skaven, who would have thought it? Not a good idea. With a handful of units left, it seems like the Abomination's the only one left. And that is going to rack up this battle, unfortunately. We did not stand a chance. But I was busy just looking at units, not really worrying about it. What I should have done maybe is I should have just given myself like an overwhelming advantage. So we could have just looked at the thing, but I ended up giving the AI a bit more than maybe I should have. So we can just watch the Abomination taking on the enemy for a little bit longer. And there you go, close to B. I'll save the replay, hopefully it will work because then I can take some cool cinematic shots. But yeah, let's take a look at, will it show me the kills? I'm not sure if it does it. Oh, there you go, it does in the laboratory. So yeah, not really racking up too many kills besides the Regiment of Renown Death Globe Mortars. They did an amazing job. Again, the Sorcerer, great Vortex spells. They seem like they do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I didn't really use these guys that effectively. The Drills, considering I deployed them quite late as well, did a pretty good job. But yeah, definitely the Mortars are going to be a strong unit indeed in the battle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, oh my god, look how many kills the Hellstorm Rocket Battery has. That's disgusting.